So Anthony Tomasini, the chief music critic of the New York Times, a few years ago, had a piece, and it was the 10 greatest composers. So, I mean, I didn't care who he wrote. I just wanted to know who would he choose, and is it similar to my choices? Well, they were mostly similar, but he didn't include Handel, and he didn't include Haydn. Haydn is only the father of the symphony, the father of the oratorio, well, along with Handel, the father of the string quartet, the father of the piano trio. I mean, the guy is a giant of giants. And he said, well, I know readers will ask, why didn't we include X, Y, and Z, including Haydn? And the answer is, I just didn't want to take too many Viennese German composers. So instead he puts Bartók because he's Hungarian and Debussy because he's French. This is how they think. So it's not a list of the 10 best composers. It's a list of diversity, not quality. And that's what you now get at universities. You don't get quality. You get diversity. Why should we study Shakespeare? There are Guatemalan poets who have been neglected. So that's, I mean, I could give you more, any number of reasons, but those are two examples.
Well, does that go to the issue of political correctness?
Entirely. That's, even as I point out to my radio listeners, even political correctness is a politically correct term. What does politically correct mean? It means not offensive to the left.
What is the difference, and you mentioned this, what's the difference, Dennis Prager, between the left and liberals?
John F. Kennedy was a liberal, not a leftist. I was a little boy at the time that he was inaugurated. He was a hero of mine. He's a little less heroic today, but I still can't get rid of that sense of excitement when I see videos of him or pictures or read about him. In any event, Truman was a liberal. The great senator from Washington State, Henry Jackson, the great senator from New York, Daniel Patrick Moynihan. Daniel Patrick Moynihan was the first to say, we have a calamity on our hands. This is a Democrat and a liberal senator from New York State, and a major intellectual, I might add. And he said, he was the first to point out, we have a serious crisis in black life because of the out-of-wedlock birth rate. He was called a racist and shut down, and that's when it started. But a liberal would say that at that time. A leftist says you're a racist for pointing that out. That, in a nutshell, is the difference between a liberal and a racist. It has to do with truth. Liberals loved truth. I may have disagreed with them, but they loved truth. Leftists love leftism, not truth. And the truth is, it is a crisis, the out-of-wedlock birth rate, much more than racist police. But if you say that, you are not considered a liberal, you are called a racist. As I have it, I have this acronym, SIXHERB: sexist, intolerant, xenophobic, homophobic, Islamophobic, racist, bigoted. That is all a leftist needs to know. They don't need to debate you, and they don't. What they do is they label you one of those things. People are afraid of being labeled those things. I am not, as it happens, and therefore it shuts down. That's what political correctness means, and that is a creation not of liberals but of leftists.